Hi, my name is Greg Brough. I'm an attorney in Clayton. I've been asked to talk about what drew me into the collaborative process today, and I think the thing that initially drew me in was the concept of how bad the alternative of going to court is. I was frustrated by the fact that my clients really were not getting the support they needed in court. The process of going to court is one where the client really surrenders control to first their attorneys and then to the judge, and it's not a very satisfying process, and the people that are going through this process are usually in a very bad emotional state, and they don't really get much support for that condition either. When the people get to court, if they litigate, they're simply saying as many bad things as they can about the other person and listening to that person say as many bad things as they can about them. And then you have a judge who, and this is a dirty little secret, but the judges don't want to hear these cases. And furthermore, the judges have a very limited set of tools that they work with. They have a standard answer for a number of different problems that come up before them. So, you know, one of the things that drew me into collaborative was just what was happening outside of collaborative. What I have often thought about is that people get married in church, but then they get divorced in court, and the sort of juxtaposition of those two places really, you know, struck me over the years of my practice. I happened to mention that to one client one time, and I remember he said, "Oh, but I got married in court by a judge." And I said, "Well, in that case, never mind." But I still think that there's a real difference between the hope that people start out with when they get married and the sort of despair that most of them have as they're going through a divorce. And I didn't see the court system as really addressing that despair and giving them a new perspective, sort of letting them know that there was going to be life after divorce and that they should turn their attention not to the past, but rather to what the future was going to be like. So what drew me into collaborative when I heard about the concept was just the idea that rather than turning control over to either the attorneys involved or to the judge, the whole concept was that to the extent possible, we wanted to leave control of the decisions in the hands of the parties that were getting divorced. We also wanted to give them a broader range of solutions to their problems than was being offered by the court, and collaborative gave that to them. One thing that differs between litigation and collaboration is that, for example, in litigation, if there's a mistake made, a mathematical mistake in the calculation of some asset, if I'm the attorney for one side, my job is to take advantage of that mistake if I can. In other words, not bring it to the attention of the other attorney, and if it's to my client's benefit, to act upon that. But in collaboration, we're acting as a team. Everybody that's involved with it is not looking for the advantage to one client, but rather what's best for the couple. I like to think of it as being changing what winning means. Winning in court is you get the most amount of assets for your client. Winning in collaboration, as I see it, is giving the couple the best possible result with an eye towards their future and what their relationship is going to be even though they're divorced. So that's what drew me to collaborative, and that's why I think it's a much better process than the alternative of going to court. I can be reached at area code 314-725-0001, and I'd love to talk to you about your divorce alternatives if you're at that point.